everybody, this is Melinda and I'm here to do a contest for a new member of our vinyl community. His name is Chris and he has a channel called Chris Has the Spins. This is a no sub contest that he decided to do. Just right off the gate he wanted to go ahead and have a contest and hopefully get to meet a lot of people and gain a few subscribers. So if you would, check out his channel and subscribe. And also, he wanted to do this contest. I saw Chris from Tunes from the Man Cave, and he did an excellent job on this. So I wanted to go ahead and do a video too. So anyway, it's a list of 20 questions, and I'm going to be showing a lot of album covers. So I'll go ahead and get started. And the first album question was an album cover you would like to recreate. And I would like, if I had Free Will and Bob Dylan, I would love for my husband and I to recreate that. I think that would be really cool, but I don't have that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and show this one. It is Herb Alpert and Tijuana Brass Band. It is Whipped Cream and Other Delights. Everybody knows this album. It's very iconic. I've seen a lot of really funny recreations of this one, so I think that would be really fun to do something a little crazy and a little different with this album. So that would be my choice for album to recreate. The next one would be to show an album cover that makes me happy, and that would be Joe Walsh's. But seriously folks, because everybody wants to have an underwater picnic with Joe Walsh, right? And I think that, I think Joe Walsh is just one of the nicest, coolest, funnest, and talented guitar players. I love the song Life's Been Good to Me so far, and so this album cover just really makes me smile. So that's my vote for album that makes me happy. The next question is to show an album cover that makes me sad, and there's just no doubt about it, this one is it. It is the John Lennon collection. Yes, it was a library album, but it was in a dollar bin for $1, and I couldn't let it just sit there. These pictures are amazing. They were taken by famed photographer Annie Leibovitz. The sad part is they were taken on the day he was murdered. He was murdered that evening. So anyway, how could you not be sad when you see that? So that's my choice for album cover that makes me sad. And the next one is Chris wants us to show a sexy album cover. So here's for the ladies. George Strait's Pure Country. You're welcome. And I'll have one for the guys too. This one is Casino Royale. Nothing like a woman with guns, right? So that's my choice too on that one. The next question that Chris asked was to show a boring album cover. And I think Man for Man and the Earth Band wins for that one with me in my collection, because they could have done anything they wanted, and they had that incredible song called Blinded by the Light, and for some reason they decided to put an ear on the front of their cover. So I think that's a little boring. I think they could have done a little better. Still a good album though. So Man for Man and the Earth Band's The Roaming Silence for most boring album cover. Okay, the next question Chris asked was for us to show an artist or a group that we think is best dressed. And I could have easily chose Abbey Road by the Beatles. They all look really sharp in that picture, and I really love it. But I'm going to go with, to be different, I'm going to go with the Allman Brothers. I think they just epitomize the coolness of the 70s with their fringe jackets and cool hats and boots and jeans. Anyway, they just look really cool there, and so that gets my vote for best dressed by a group. The next question is he wants to know, he wants us to show an album cover with a female lead. So I'm going to show this one, and this is Dolores O'Riordan of the Cranberries. She was the lead for them, taken way too soon, and incredible voice and incredible music. Okay, and the next question was to show a box set cover. And I'm going to show my favorite box set. And I have a lot of really good ones, but this is probably my favorite. This is Tom Petty, the live anthology, and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. They went through all of, they had been recording their concerts for a really long time, and they went through and picked their very favorite performances of each song. I like the way this one is. It's kind of like a photo album. You can just kind of open it. It's easy to get to each record. I just really like the way this is designed. I think it's beautiful. And to top it all off, and what makes it super special for me, is he wrote a song, Tom Petty wrote a song called Melinda. And he didn't put it on any studio albums, and it's not on any other record, but on side 9 of this box set, if you look carefully, you can see he has the song Melinda on there. And I really love that song for obvious reasons. So that is my favorite box set that I own, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, the live anthology. Okay, the next question was to show a record that not very many people have, but should have. And I don't really know. There's no way for me to know for sure, but I'm going with Joe Walsh again, and this is called Analog Man. I've seen one other person show it in the vinyl community, and there probably are a lot more people. I just don't see it that often, and I think it's a really good album. I really love it. So that would be my choice for an album that I don't see very often, but I think everybody should own. So that's that. The next question is to show an album cover with some beautiful artwork on it, and I'm going to give this one to Paul McCartney and Egypt Station, and it goes on and on and on. I'm going to open it up. He drew it himself. It's all his artwork, and just really pretty, colorful. It unfolds, just goes on and for days here. So anyway, I just think it's really cool and really neat, and I really like it, and I think I just about like anything Paul McCartney does, so he gets my vote for best art. Okay, and the next question is to show a psych album. So I'm going to show Pink Floyd's Pipers at the Gates of Dawn, because it's one of my very favorite psych albums, really incredible. And the next was to show a blues record. So he wants to show us to show a blues record, and I've already shown Stevie Ray Vaughan on my vinyl tag, so I'm going to show this one. This is a Southern blues album. It is Dwayne Allman and an anthology, and he's another one taken way too soon. Very, very talented guy. The next question Chris asked is for us to show a jazz album. So I'm going to go with Miles Smiles, because you can never go wrong with Miles Davis. So there is a jazz album. And then the next he wants us to show a soul album. And I'm going to go with my Valentine's Day gift I got this year, which I was very happy to get, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and it's their anthology. And you just can't beat the silky smooth voice of Smokey Robinson. So that's my choice for showing a soul record. Okay, the next question, he wants us to show a record that has an obscure an album cover that the fewest people have seen. And I'm going to start off by showing this one. This is not the one that's going to be showed. It's Creatures of the Night by Kiss. This is a well-used and loved album, but I'm going to show you a different one. This is the reissue of Creatures of the Night, and not very many people have this one or have seen this one unless you're a huge Kiss fan and collect. This one isn't as iconic. It has their guitarist Bruce Kulick on it, who didn't even perform on Creatures of the Night, but this was a reissue. So anyway, that's not the iconic album cover, but it's something different that unless you collect Kiss or you're a huge Kiss fan, you probably haven't seen very much. The next question is to show an album cover with a guitar on it, like your dream guitar, or if you don't play like me, I don't play guitar, one that you really like. And I'm going to show, this is a 12-inch, hope this counts. This is a 12-inch of Feels So Good by Van Halen. I wanted to show this one because it has a really good picture of Eddie Van Halen's famed guitar. I think you can buy tennis shoes with that design on it, t-shirts, even leggings. It's a very iconic guitar, And Eddie Van Halen's my favorite guitarist of all time. Van Halen is my favorite band of all time. So I wanted to show that. The next question was to show an album with iconic cover. And I'm going to show Bruce Springsteen's Behind. So that's a very iconic picture, very iconic album cover. So that's my choice for that. The next one he wanted was to show an album gatefold, our favorite. So I'm gonna go with, this one was a slam dunk for me, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, because I just don't think it gets any better than the Beatles, showing those guys. How cool is that? So that's my choice for favorite gatefold. The next question is to show our oldest record that we own, and I'm gonna go with Elvis's Girls, Girls, Girls. It is a 1962 album. I don't think I have anything older. I know my daughter does. She has some 50s Sinatra records, but she took those when she left, so when she moved out. So this is Girls, Girls, Girls by Elvis, 1962. And the last question that he asked is to show our oddest or most obscure album cover, and I'm going to show this one. I think it's a pretty odd cover. It is the Beatles. It is a collection of Beatles oldies. For one, Beatles is really, really small, so just by looking at it, you wouldn't even know whose it was. This was a UK album that came out. It's very colorful, so I think I would like that, but I don't really know why this man is sitting here or why the Beatles aren't on the cover, because I think that would have made it a lot better. I just think this is a weird choice and a weird album cover, and I don't get it. So good music on it though, of course. So anyway, thank you so much, Chris, for having this contest. I know I'm kind of late to it, but I've had some pretty unusual circumstances this week that made me late. Anyway, everybody subscribe to Chris Has the Spins and check out his channel. He's doing really good work. Everybody have a great night and take care. Bye-bye.